Welcome Freedom Heroes to the 47 Marketing Show. My name is Ishtvan Buidasho, and in this episode we are going to talk about the 3 common myths that make your lead generation fail and how you can avoid them. Myth number 1 is that lead generation is hard to learn. I believe this false belief comes from our comes from our schooling, that the way we learned during the school years, that we had loads of different subjects, and they were teaching them, but I remember most of the time I didn't understand what we are going to use that knowledge for, how and when we are going to use that knowledge for, and even if we are going to use that at all. And for that was demotivating and made most of the subjects boring because I couldn't associate any goal to it. And it made it really difficult and hard to learn. And I believe most of the people go through that experience, that they associate to learning that it is hard. And I believe that this is something that we can change. And I remember I had a completely different experience in my childhood about learning. With my childhood best friends, we came up with an idea to create a computer program. We had no idea about what we are doing. We didn't know about programming. We just had this idea to do that, and because of that, we had a motivation. We had a goal. We had a big problem because we didn't know how to do it. We needed to learn something, so we started learning about it. And as soon as we learned a little bit, we implemented it, we used it, we had a little bit of success, and then we bumped into another problem. So we needed to learn more, and we learned more, and we implemented it, we used it, we had another success, another little success, and we bumped into another problem. So we learned and implemented and had success. Even though I didn't know around the time, but we were using just-in-time learning. We're just learning that little bit of knowledge that we used right away, and we got success from it. And that was really, really amazing, because I believe that was keep motivating us along the way. And with that we'll keep getting success from it, and we're working for a bigger goal altogether, a bigger goal vision, that it made the whole process easy and fun to do it, to learn things that way. So I recommend you to use. I want you to actually to have this mindset and start using a mindset of just-in-time learning. That when you have basically automated lead generation, that you don't know how to start, then find a way to start it, learn a little bit about it and implement it, have a bit of success, and then start and then learn a bit more, implement it, and have a bit of success, and learn, implement, have success. With this way, just-in-time learning, with this mindset, you can start and grow your automated lead generation much faster. And the truth is that when you're doing it this way, you will realize that actual learning is easy and fun. Number 3 on our list, myth number 2, is that lead generation has to be perfect to the first time. I believe this is another false belief that comes back to the schooling and or society, that somehow we built up this, that we need to achieve perfect. And I believe our school system, our schooling and our society is the reason why we are thinking about this way. Just remember that if we made mistakes in school that resulted in punishment, in some sort of punishment, that we got a bad grade, we got some bad comments from the teacher, we got some bad comments from our parents, or some sort of punishment. And this is crazy, because that made us associate that we have to be perfect. We have to be perfect about things, how we do things. But if you think back how you learned as a children, when you were even younger, and how children learn to walk and talk, for example, how they do things walking and talking, it's not something that's it happened that that children stand up from one day another and they start walking perfectly or running perfectly. It happens gradually. It happens with mistakes, with a lot of mistakes. Just think about it. First time we're like kind of like rolling, then crawling, and putting ourselves up on a table or something, and we're standing, and then we're standing without holding anything, and we'll start walking, and on the way we're learning, and as we keep practicing, we're learning to walk and run. And but along the way, what happens is actually we're falling down and we're standing up, we're falling down, we're standing up, and we are basically learning on the way and implementing. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And we, as children, they don't care about if it's perfect. They just want to do it, and they keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. With talking, with walking, the same thing happens with children. Doesn't care about perfectness. Just keep doing it and trying it over and over again until it turns into a master skill. We are walking and talking. I have to tell you that like imperfect action always beats perfect inaction, and this comes back to basically what we do, the way we learned along the way, as like walking and talking. Along the way, we're actually cheered by our parents and people around us. Even every single little success, that just standing up or just start walking, that was a little bit of success, and our parents were happy about it, and showed us like some fulfilled success about that along the way, and positive feedback. And somehow that changes in our school and society, that basically, if we are making mistakes, we are getting some sort of punishment. And I believe this negative mindset has a huge effect onto a lot of things in life, and onto automated lead generation as well. That if you feel that the lead generation has to be perfect, I have to tell you, it doesn't have to be. You just need to start it, and then keep improving it to make it better and better and better. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't never have to be perfect. You just start it and improve it and improve it. And when you are falling down, when you're failing with your automated lead generation, you just stand up and cheer, because you actually learned something. So look at it that way, that failing is just learning something new, and you can cheer on it, and you can move on, and next time do it better. And when you're succeeding with it, you can cheer for it because you succeeded. And yeah, this is how you move on. This is how you move on and actually use implementing things by keep trying and moving on. So myth number 3 on our list, there is a magic bullet that will bring instant lead generation results, which is absolutely not true. I know I can't see it, but raise your hand if you ever started something and you never finished it. It's kind of like building a half bridge. We did it all. I did it myself as well. That I started something, I never finished it, and it's kind of building a half bridge. Just how many half bridges do you have in your life? I have many that I started something and I never finished it. And I believe this goes back to the way we live, that we live in an instant world, that basically everything is instant. We can pick up a phone, we can call our friends on the other end of the world and instantly start talking to it. It's not like many years ago when we needed to write, or people needed to write a letter and post it. It's not like that. We can instantly reach our friends on the other end of the world. We can instantly order things from online. We can have instant food, instant drinks, different instant things. And I believe that the way we live our lives, it's kind of that instant. There are a lot of instant things that builds up a mindset of kind of we are expecting that everything should be instant in life. But the truth is that like everything like huge and everything amazing and everything huge success is something that takes time and takes consistency to actually build it up. I believe that every overnight success is a result of years of consistent hard work. And it takes time to master any type of skill when it comes to automated lead generation or comes to anything else. And just think about that, like how we learn, just back to how children learn about like walking and talking consistently. There is a consistently. I never seen any kid like standing up one day from another and start perfectly walking and running. They do it consistently every single day. They see it, they try it, they fall down, they stand up. And every single day as children, we learn to consistently learn to walk, consistently learn to talk. And we had an amazing consistency in our life, learning and using it and implementing it every single day. And as I think back, basically, you can guess that English is not my native English. Based on my accent or on my name, you can guess it. It's not my native language, English. And I remember back in elementary school and high school, I was struggling with English. I was barely making through English classes, and I literally hated English, and I didn't learn it, to be honest. And at some point in my life, I decided to I need to learn it. I want to learn it. And I had the motivation. And the best thing I did that I started consistently every single day, learned a little bit of English. And I was watching a movie, or I was writing or reading an article or talking to someone. But every single day, consistently, I was learning a little bit of English. And at the beginning, it didn't show much of a result. But after months, after years, I could see a huge result in my knowledge. And the most amazing thing is not just because of this consistency, not just I learned English. The most amazing thing is that consistently learning and using English is one of the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. Basically, I could move to the UK to start a better life. I met the love of my life. We have an amazing daughter. We could travel to different countries like US, China, Portugal, different places around the world. I could start my own business, my own international business. I'm recording these videos, recording these episodes, this marketing show, and it's just amazing results, the most rewarding things happening in my life because I was consistent years ago with learning and using English. And the same thing happens with your automated lead generation, that if you are consistently learning about it, using it, implementing it, then automated lead generation is going to turn into one of the most rewarding thing in your business and in your life. So this was it for today. Thank you for staying till the end of this episode. There's one more thing before we go. I want to tell you, if you need any help, if you want any help with learning, implementing, and being consistent with your automated lead generation, then visit 47funnelsecrets.com. Once again, thank you for staying till the end of this episode. I really appreciate it. My name is István Boydasó, and see you in the next episode.